We need to have a conversation about daylight savings time. Not about how we really don't need it anymore. No, I'm more concerned about how many people still use it as an excuse. There is no excuse for it today. I don't mean just today because today's Monday after the switch. I mean today in this era of cell phones that automatically change time. This has been a thing since at least the early 2000s. I mean, with flip phones and bar phones, you have to break out a manual to figure out. And here we are 2 decades later, when we have smartphones you can program to do simple tasks like tell you the time or set an alarm with a simple voice command. Never mind the myriad of other smart devices we have that also function as timekeepers that heed your every beck and call. There really is no way any responsible human being with access to the stuff that we have can use loss of an hour as a reason for being late, especially the day after the time change occurred. If you were scheduled to be somewhere at, say, 2 a.m. Sunday, that's a different story, since that's when the actual time change occurs. Therefore, you're late by an hour through no fault of your own. Somebody just set you up for failure. And there is definitely no excuse for those of you I know have stayed up an extra hour just to catch the premiere of a TV show. I've seen and heard y'all talking about shows like Grey's Anatomy, and Mr. Robot, Game of Thrones, etc. You stay up late on a work night because you don't want anyone in the office spoiling it for you the next day, or even for those of you that have stayed up late for a sporting event or something that ran a little bit longer than expected, or decided to go bar hopping on a Wednesday night. Then you slam an extra cup of coffee or you pop a stronger energy drink and take another hit at lunch and you power through. All the reason why most of the new energy drinks hitting the market now have 300 milligrams of caffeine instead of the what used to be considered excessive 120 to 160 milligrams. I mean, that stuff is as bad for you as nicotine, even if it is perfectly legal to sell it to minors. The fact is, we all suck at thinking about things that will affect you negatively. We like to think we're invincible, that bad things will never happen to us, even when we do plan ahead with things like savings accounts and insurance. We still like to think that we don't really need any of it. And sure, you may be able to get away with that kind of mentality with something like car insurance, where you can opt for the higher deductible to keep your premium down. But when you know something is going to affect you, when you know that this suck is imminent and you don't do anything about it, that's on you.